So folks, I'm going to be making a video tonight concerning my lovely new neighbor across the street and the way he acts with me. So this has to do with his new trailer, which he's decided to put in his big trailer garage. Now the trailer is like 30 feet long, and his expensive new truck tow vehicle is maybe another 20 feet long, 22 feet long. It's a big F-150, and basically it requires a ton of room. So he's over there now working on his house, which you can see him over there right now. And the problem is that when it's in that driveway over there, it's too long. And as you can see, my mailbox is in his way. So what happens is he comes over and he tells me that I've got to move my mailbox off my land on my side of the driveway so that he can back more onto my property to get his 60-foot long unit to back up properly, so he can get his 30-foot long uber expensive trailer into his garage. Now I do not have an uber long trailer, nor do I have a RV trailer garage. So when he's trying to do this, he's backing back and forth on my circular driveway, which I recently power washed to get all the years of grime off. So I finally get it, relatively white and clean. And when I come over, I notice that he's been using my driveway without my permission to back up on. And now it's filled with his black and white truck marks, which you can see here. I don't know how well that shows up, but they probably don't show up as well as they should. And they have faded some since we had a lot of rain here today. So I told him I didn't want him to use my driveway. Now, a little background on this dude. He moved in like a year and a half ago. He's never come over to my house to even introduce himself. I've walked over and said hello to him a few times, but he's incredibly elusive. He never looks at you when you're talking to him. And like last year we had a hurricane, and I called him, asked him to check on my house, and pretty much he never even called me back. So I had to have the 80-year-old old gent down the street come over and try to help me, which he was kind enough to do. So we're not exactly buds. So when this guy came home with his new trailer, the first thing he says to me is, "You got to move your mailbox." So I told him that the mailbox was on my land across the street from his house, and that it wasn't my problem that he bought a 30-foot long trailer to put in his expensive RV trailer garage, and that now he's a 60-foot long vehicle with his $30,000 or $50,000 truck he's got, but it's really his problem, not my fucking problem. Sorry for the F. So he freaks out on me, and he's like, I can't believe you're being like that to me. I'm a new neighbor. And I said, you're crazy, dude. This is a problem most people would have. He says, well, I wouldn't care if you're using my property. And I said, well, I think you would care if you were marking the shit out of my driveway, especially if you had power washed your driveway. So this goes on for quite a while. Now, because I'm such a nice guy, and because the guy obviously had a new trailer, had problems backing it up and stuff, which I helped him with, I agreed to move my fucking mailbox from where it is to the opposite side. Let's take another look at that. So he wants it to go from there over to the other side of the driveway, which is over there. Now, the more I think about this, I've really been way too accommodating for this dude who he never even apologized for, fucking marking up my driveway. It's really shocking. It's really shocking because he thought that he was in the right. So I would really like to see a response from you people as to what you think about this situation, because I am at a loss. Either I'm a big bad guy and I just don't know it, or this guy is a wingnut supreme and is not willing to come to terms to it himself. So these are the type of neighbor situations you get in lovely Florida, where people come in from all areas of the country and try to live together. So there's something to be said about growing up and living in a particular area where there's a homogeneous group of people that understand each other and can communicate in a socially appropriate way with each other. Because we're having a bit of a problem here. So to summarize, once again, and to not bore you, we have a neighbor across the street who's got an RV, who decides, in a very expensive house, by the way, who's 60 foot long, that decides he has to use my driveway to turn around in without permission. And then he asked me to move my driveway, right? And I'm not cool with it because he's fucking up my driveway, as you can see there. So, I'd like to have your response on this. I'd like to have your feedback. And what I should tell this guy. Should I accommodate him still and be the great guy and move my mailbox? Oh, one other thing now. Now I moved the mailbox from where it is to where it was previously because I had a problem when I was backing up with my truck and a little tiny utility trailer I have. Because, well, you guys that have utility trailers, you may realize they back up very poorly. So I put it over there because it was much better. So he'd like me to put it back. So the only thing this is going to do for me, except pacify this guy who seems to, not understand social etiquette, is, it will screw me to help him. So should I go ahead with this? I mean, should I do it? So hope you can give me some advice. And thanks for watching. If you like drama, this is the channel for you. Let me turn this off.